Welcome to UK Infos. Today topic is generation of the computer. Let's get into the topic. There are 5 generations of the computer. The first one is first generation. Second one is second generation. Third one is third generation. Fourth one is fourth generation. At last, fifth one is fifth generation. So first we can learn about the first generation. The first generation started from 1940 to 1956. The year is very important. The first generation started from 1940 to 1956. So they introduced vacuum tubes for circuitry and magnetic drums for memory. Because vacuum tubes only available on those days, so they used vacuum tubes. So in the first generation they used vacuum tubes for circuitry and magnetic drums for memory. So examples of first generation computers are ENIAC and UNIVAC. So ENIAC stands for, we can write here, ENIAC stands for electronic numerical, NUMERICAL, numerical integrator, INTEGRATOR, integrator and computer. So all the first letters makes ENIAC. Okay, so this is the example for first generation. So ENIAC stands for electronic numerical integrator and computer. It's very important question. So when you are attending that competitive exam, still they are asking the same questions. So what stands for ENIAC? So ENIAC stands for electronic numerical integrator and computer, right? Okay, next one, UNIVAC. Okay, first 4 letter UNIV, that's all. Okay, so UNIV stands for universal. UNIV stands for universal. A stands for automatic. Automatic computer. C for computer. So UNIVAC stands for universal automatic computer. This is also important question. Okay, universal automatic computer. ENIAC means electronic numerical integrator and computer. So UNIVAC stands for universal automatic computer, right? Okay, so now I will show you the first generation of the computer. Okay, this is the first generation of the computer. Okay, look at this picture. It's very big. So it's we have to maintain one full room. So entire room we need to maintain the computer. So look at this, is also the first generation computer. So this is called vacuum tubes. This is called vacuum tubes. So now we are going to see about advantages of first generation. Vacuum tubes were the only electronic component available during those days. That's why they are using vacuum tubes. Vacuum tubes technology made possible to make electronic digital computers. These computers could calculate data in milliseconds. That's very important. So milliseconds. The first generation computers could calculate data in milliseconds. Okay, so what are the disadvantages? Here it is, we can see so many disadvantages was there. The computers were very large in size, so we need an entire room to maintain the computer. So they consumed a large amount of energy. Get more energy means it's automatically generated more heat. They heated very soon due to thousands of vacuum tubes. They used thousands of vacuum tubes. So they were not very reliable. So we could not trust the computer because we don't know when the computer will go for damage. So air conditioning was required, AC room was required, constant maintenance was required. Okay, one, we have to maintain constantly, otherwise it will get damaged. So not portable, we could not carry because it's very big computer, so we could not carry, so non portable. Costly commercial productions, very slow speed, so limited programming capabilities, used machine language only. What is machine language? So machine language means zeros or ones. This is machine language. So because computer does not know any language, so computer can understand only machine language. Zeros or ones, it's a binary code, so computer only knows this one, zeros or ones. Okay, so next one, so used machine language only. So used magnetic drums which provide very less data storage. So used punch cards for input. So input, they used punch cards. For output, they used printouts. So printer only they used printouts. So they used punch cards for inputs, printouts for output. So not versatile and very faulty. So now we can see about second generation. Second generation started 1956. Okay, so from 1956 to 1963 they used transistors instead of vacuum tubes. Okay, in the first generation they used vacuum tubes, but the second generation they introduced transistors. The example of second generation computers are IBM 7094 series, IBM 1400 series and CDC 164, etc. So IBM is one of the company name. Okay, so IBM stands for International Business Machine. So IBM stands for International Business Machines. So next one, CDC. Before that, IBM is very important company. Still we are using IBM computers. IBM started in second generation. So IBM International Business Machines. So they started in second generation. Next, CDC. C for control. D for data. Control Data Corporation. Control Data Corporations. Okay. So IBM stands for International Business Machine. CDC stands for Control Data Corporations. See the examples. So let's see this computer. This is a second generation computer. So comparing the first generation, its size is small. Okay. This is also second generation computer. This is called transistors. So now advantages of second generation. Smaller in size as compared to the first generation of computers. The second generation computers were more reliable, used less energy and were not heated. Wider commercial use, better portability as compared to the first generations. When you are comparing the first generation, the second generation is little better. Better speed and good calculate data in milliseconds. So we already know in that first generation they used milliseconds, but here they used microseconds. A better speed and good calculate data in microseconds, but the first generation milliseconds, the second generation microseconds. Used faster peripherals like tape drives, magnetic disk, printer, etc. In the first generation they used magnetic drums for memory, but here they used magnetic disk in the second generation. used assembly language instead of machine language. So they used assembly language instead of machine language. So machine language means zeros or ones, but assembly language means we can use the shortcut for mnemonics. For example, add represent addition. So sub means subtraction. So like that we can they can used for user friendly. So they used, it's little bit user friendly comparing to the machine language, because we could not understand the machine language. So we can understand the assembly language. So accuracy improved. Okay, next, disadvantages of second generation. Cooling system was required. As first generation, the second generation also need a AC room. So cooling system was required. Constant maintenance was required, same like first generation. Commercial production was difficult, only used for specific purpose. Costly and not versatile. Punch cards were used for input. Here also they used only punch cards. In the first generation also they used punch cards for input. They used printouts for output here also. Air conditioning was required. Highly sophisticated technology required for the manufacturing of IC chips. IC means integrated circuits.